Young Thug is a myth.
Come to find out, him and Birdman got problems because he old. Because on the mixtape that he dropped before the album, he said on one of the songs, he was like, I don't want no problems, I just want my money. Birdman is an army, I'm a one-man army. And if that nigga coming for me, I'm going out like Tony. He said those exact words.
Who is Tony?
Tony Montana. Scarface. I know Scarface. See, he
was like, Birdman is an army.
Okay.
He said Cash Money is an army. I'm a one-man army. And if them niggas coming for me, I'm going out like Tony.
Gotcha. Scarface, the last scene in Scarface. Yeah.
But he also said, I don't want no problems. He said, I don't want no problems, I just want my money. So everybody caught on like, oh, you owe him. And then a couple months, like 2 or 3 months after he dropped the mixtape, you heard TMZ and all like, he's suing Birdman because Birdman owed him for albums. And then that was when everybody was like, oh, this motherfucker Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This nigga in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? So weird. This nigga now shot at this nigga to us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block. I don't wanna block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. They knowing Roscoe? Man, fuck drug. That fool. I'm like, you shot at somebody, bro. But I don't fuck because every day nigga broke fuck off. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
We're gonna put it on the table. Yeah, man. He said my name, you already told him. Yo, Roscoe won't do nothing like that. Yo, Roscoe sell him weed. Roscoe, nah, man. Come on, man. He ain't never put me on the scene or no crime or attachment to no crime. If anything, he helped me. That could have cost me him. So come on, man. Y'all got to be crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, man. A rap is that shit. You see what's going on. You can't buy me. You can't pay me. Come on, man. I'm just like this Infinity. Third eye open, man. You feel what I'm saying? Well connected, overly respected. My mama couldn't do that in that shit, guy. You feel what I'm saying? You know how good it feel, nigga? They say I told, I stole, I rolled. You know what I'm saying? They said everything about the P. You know what I'm saying? I turned them up to a G. Come on, man. No, selective politics, what y'all doing? Why 6ix9ine ain't no good? Y'all hanging with Gunna, Boston, Richie, all these red niggas in the game, you feel what I'm saying? That on road and told, ain't got on the stand with on demand. Yeah, that ain't, come on, bro. I'm looking at him every day. Y'all let niggas on the stand and say he tricked him. I ain't nothing tricking about that, man. Come on, man. I love you, Jeffrey. You kept it overly real. Out of 30 months. And on the one I can look in the eye, because you know by law, you my only co-defendant, man. Come on, man. We still here with no tip, man. Made it through the storm without a bruise. And now I see the world is totally confused. Come on, man. I'm going to give it to you raw as the oyster, man, on the shore. You dig what I'm saying? Now, yeah. Aiden Ross called me tomorrow. We're going up. The paperwork part, it really been too long. I'm going to show you. No, Thug ain't no snitch. I'm going to show y'all what snitch is tomorrow. I'm going to show you in black and white with no despite. If y'all saying Sergio good, this person good, why 6ix9ine ain't good? Go do a song with him. Y'all might well all rack up as the rap commodity. Yeah, that's elected politics. Waking up every day, worry about what Jeffrey Lamar Williams doing, Spider, Scooty. Come on, man.
A nigga beat him up, a Rico. Nigga come home, still talking about, oh, nigga rat it, nigga rat, nigga. Bro, that's God. That ain't nothing but God biting you back in your ass. Because you probably been thankful that you just beat a life sentence and a Rico and came home and minded your business and been humble. But instead, you still coming out pushing the rat narrative, bro, and all that, this, that, and the third. Now look, he came back and bought your bitch in the ass. That ain't the key. The thing is, too, though, he brainwashed people. He still got motherfuckers on the bit talking about, and y'all heard with y'all own ear. You got motherfuckers talking about his AI and did that and the third. And, oh, he ain't rat on nobody. Bro, if you sit down with 12 and bust out and say these words, if y'all talking about a nigga like Gunna rat, I'm saying, yes, ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a nigga a rat by saying shit? They said Roscoe shot the bus up. And then a nigga like Roscoe did 10 years behind this shit. And you just got on the internet talking about a nigga didn't rat on you? Boy, your ass brainwash is sickening. Y'all niggas need daddy figures and y'all niggas sitting back waiting on something good waiting on something to happen. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around. Maybe a nigga put me on. Maybe a nigga can get something out of nigga. Something did that in life.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Promises. Make promises. Just keep promises. Whatever you anytime you ever think you want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. But don't tell the world.
What's your number?
Yes, you can.
Hey.
I don't have your number.
Whatever.
Well, give it to me. If you ain't give it to her,
What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, a lot of things are coming to light. A lot of things that we thought were one way turned out to be another way. We're seeing the actual dismantling of this nonsense nigga logic of snitching and ratting and street nigga shit that we've been hit with over the last couple years. We're seeing these guys fold up one by one. The most thuggerish, toughest, the most hard rocks online that we're seeing these rappers pretend to be, and in the real world, they're actually folding. They're becoming buttermilk biscuits. They're becoming Twinkies, Hostess cupcakes, and all kind of apple pies. Very, very yummy to the taste, but I don't know who want to taste these niggas. Let's just be honest. I want to talk about this Young Thug situation, and I'm going to be as respectful as I can, but if you live by this so-called street code, you got to be it all the way. You got to be it all the time. Not sometimes. You can't expect people to forgive you when you make certain metrics and you make certain lines in the sand that you are going to uphold, and then they find out that you didn't uphold them. You got to call it like you see it. And I even see guys that are on the same team as this particular individual that are making excuses. You guys are pulling the rug from under you're all over the place. You're moving the goalposts and everything else. At this point, you guys, let's just be honest. This was literally the king of niggas, the king of nigga logic. This motherfucker was online every day with the snitch detector pointing out, you're a snitch, he's a snitch, she's a snitch. Kid Cudi, yeah, he's a snitch. Like, everybody was a snitch that opened their mouth even the slightest. If you just open your mouth to catch a fly in it, you was a snitch if you did it around the cops, right? So at the end of the day, we saw a whole movement, right? Stop snitches, stop lying. What was that? The late 90s, they had them shirts and stop snitches, stop lying. It was a whole movement to stop the snitching, to stop the effery, right? And for a time, it was good. But we all knew that wasn't nobody going to ever stop the snitching and stop the lying, because the street niggas is the ones doing the snitching and the lying, okay? A lot of you so-called wannabe street niggas is doing the snitching and the lying. It's a part of being in the streets, gang. I don't know if you know, this street shit is a 100% myth. And I'm going to tell you what really happens in the streets. What's going on in this street situation is niggas don't want to get caught for what they do. Point blank, period. So if they got to beat up a girl, shoot her in the face, shoot up somebody's mom, beat up somebody's grandma, terrorize the whole hood so they can get their little money, they're going to do it. They're going to terrorize the whole hood just to get their money. It's been like, especially since the 80s, they've been terrorizing hoods forever, right? On some street nigga shit. Instead of putting that energy together to own some shit, right? They'd rather terrorize the hood and make everybody afraid. So what's going on with this mentality is we've been permeated with this tough, overly male, overly is more testosterone than anybody could ever handle. All this money, all these big gold chains and guns, and we've been taught and force-fed that is the guy you want to emulate. You want to be like that guy, the big bone guy with the Cadillac and the girls and the money and this, that, and the third, or whatever kind of car you want. I'm going back when I say Cadillac, but insert whatever car you think is fire, right? That's the guy we decided was the cool guy. That's the guy we decided that we wanted to be. We wanted to do what he does and act like he acts. Well, that guy that you emulating from the 80s and whatever, he may have really just been actually a bad person. He might really just been a bad person, right? We see Debo and we're like, Debo's a bad person. Well, a lot of these motherfuckers is like Debo. So you want to emulate a Debo, but in your heart, you might not be Debo. Okay? You might not want to carry a big knife around and stab motherfuckers. So at the end of the day, you may be your own individual. But in this world, especially when you try to dibble and dabble in this street nigga world, you got to act like Debo. Now, everybody ain't Debo. And sometimes when they act like Debo, they got to get in front of them boys with them suits on and them badges, and they supposed to keep their mouth shut, but they really not Debo inside. Just going to be honest. So they turn into Smokey, right? They become a whole different character in that courtroom. In that interrogation room. Just going to be honest. We're not going to disrespect nobody, but we're going to tell a story. Now, what's going on is we saw Young Thug call out a lot of people as snitches and rats for the last couple months. Gunna's a rat. Kid Cudi's a rat. This guy's a rat. That guy, back and forth. This whole rat shit is some street shit that needs to run its course. Because the simple fact of the matter is, while you're upholding this rat thing, I'm not talking about Thug, I'm talking about you and everybody else. While everybody's upholding this rat thing, guess what? These motherfuckers is ratting. All these motherfuckers you think is so tough and so big bone and so brolic, and he would never. He did. When they start facing them years and throwing them numbers out, people's voices start to go up an octave, and they start talking about things they probably shouldn't have said to nobody, let alone the daggone people in the badges and the suits. And by their own metrics, they said, if you talk to the badges in the suits, in the story, you're a snitch. So now we're trying to push back the goalposts for rappers we like. We couldn't stand Tekashi 69, so he was a rat, exile him, right? Gunna was a rat, nobody want to work with him. Don't work with him, da-da-da. Well, the other day, some came out, some recording came out, gang, and then a lot of you guys' mouth was dropped open, but at the end of the day, some of you guys saw the myth for what it is. All this street tough shit is a myth. Because somebody might roll on you. Somebody might tell what you did last summer. It is what it is, and where we are with this thing, man, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm 100% against all this street shit, all this street talk, all this tough talk, all this I do this for a living, all this gangster shit. All that shit is a road to the penitentiary or to death. I learned from a very young age, Challz, you might have to do some things out here just to make sure you can survive. But as soon as you're old enough to figure out this stuff, you're going to figure it out. You're not going to be no street nigga under no circumstances. Some dumb nigga in and out of prison doing all kind of dumb shit. I learned that at a young age. I was like, listen, you got to be smarter than that. But people don't tell people that when they want to manipulate them and keep them in a situation so they don't get in the same situation that has put many other brothers in. Some guys will manipulate a kid to become some kind of thug so then he can use him as a crash out. These kids don't understand that. You got this music, you got these rappers acting tough, acting big bone and brolic, but at the end of the day, if they get in front of them boys with them suits and badges, they're going to sing another song just like a whole lot of other people. And they don't understand that they're telling these kids about this whole imaginary situation where you can't do this, you can't do that, but they don't live by that. It's a myth, gang. All this shit is a myth. All these guys are online scrambling, trying to prove to Twitter that they're still a street nigga. I'm the same street nigga you thought I was 10 years ago. You thought I was a street nigga. I'm him. No. That shit, the whole shit is a myth. There ain't none of them street. Just because you can roll up on anybody, roll up on me, somebody else, kick their ass, it don't mean you street. It means you might have kicked somebody's ass. It don't mean you won't snitch. It don't mean you won't lie. It don't mean you won't steal. It don't mean you're going to protect your brother from nobody harming him. It don't mean you're going to look out for his family when he's dead. It don't mean you're stand up just because you like fighting. Just because you get loud and you make all kind of noise when you're around, tough guy noises, it don't mean that you're a real one. You got to take care of your family to be a real one. You got to keep young people out of trouble if you're a real one. People so worried about snitching, they're not looking at all the other fuck shit these niggas is doing. You so worried about, did he snitch, did he not? Well, do these motherfuckers take care of his kids? Do he do anything in the community? Do he take care of his mom? Is he sending niggas on crash out missions to shoot other niggas in other hoods still in his 40s? 30s and 40s? Is he sending kids down the wrong path? Is he hoarding money from people that he can really be helping? Like, it's a lot of shit these motherfuckers will do. You're worrying about it, did they snitch or not? So a lot of these rappers, they live very foul. They put out foul messages. And they act extremely ignorant when they need to be acting smart. When you reach a level where you're making millions of dollars and you're feeding 45, 50 people because you're paying other grown men's bills, this, that, and the third, you're important. You don't need to be online acting like you're dumb. And I'm going to be honest, somebody online pointing out snitches and rats, that's dumb. Because you shouldn't even be if somebody's a snitch, they beneath you. If you're this big bone brolic gangster that's so tough and street, why are you talking about snitches in the first place? It doesn't need to be addressed. Everybody know what's going on. We don't need to keep hearing about who's snitching and who ratting. But some of these guys project that shit because they snitched and they ratted. And some of these guys don't want that light to ever shine on them. So if they sitting there pointing the light everywhere else, if you got a laser pen lighter, you're pointing at everybody else, it can't be pointed at you. And some of these guys, when they do it more egregious than the person that you're mad at. So we're in a world right now where it's starting to look like, okay, we can point them out and exile them. Well, they ain't all got the scarlet letter on them, gang. Some of these motherfuckers did it in dirt, and they'll ask the people that they told, don't say nothing. I want to have this conversation because where we're at a crossroads. Are we still going to continue with this nigga logic? Or are we going to smarten up? Let me read this article. We're going to have a conversation. Young Thug continues to defend himself amid a flurry of snitching allegations. They not allegations, gang. I'm just going to be honest. At this point, this is not an allegation. It wasn't AI. It wasn't. This really happened. Where Young Thug sat down and told these people that his homeboy does crime all the time and that he may be involved with shooting up Lil Wayne's tour bus. That is not an allegation. When you said that, that is literally telling on somebody. Let's just be honest. But let me read this. Young Thug and YSL Collective have been dominating headlines over these last couple of days thanks to a resurfaced police interrogation. Young Thug is currently under an intense amount of fire right now, and it all stems from a recently resurfaced audio clip about 2 years ago. Let me continue. In it, the YSL boss appears to name drop Pee Wee Roscoe during a 2-hour police interrogation, which allegedly he volunteered to do. It's been a ringing off on social media these last 2 days with users labeling him a snitch. If you walk it and you talk it and you continuously tell somebody that if you talk to the cops, you're a snitch, at some point when you actually do it yourself, they have to call it like they see it. No one's making this out of nowhere. This is what's been perpetuated over the last couple years. Let me continue. It's worth noting that Roscoe has been accused of allegedly shooting up Lil Wayne's tour bus in 2015. However, Thugger believes that people reacting negatively to it have it all wrong. So Thugger's saying that you're wrong if you think that he ratted. Quote, they didn't play my interrogation video in court because I helped my brother, a rat where, hashtag. He tweeted in an immediate response. That has done nothing to slow down the accusations, though, and it's got a lot of his affiliates involved too. YSL Woody, Ralo, Pee Wee, and YSL Duke have since traded shots in some shape or form. It has rattled the nigga net. These dudes are going crazy because they want to keep this street persona. If you don't go around with a halo on your head that you're a nigga that is a nigga logic champion, you go around, I'm as street as it comes, I would never do shit against the code. When it comes out that you actually did, because every single one of them have done something against the code because the code is nonsense. Human nature is going to make a bad person do more bad shit. A bad person is going to be a person that's out here for self-preservation. That's what a rat wants to live at all costs. If you put, I know you saw the movie Fast and the Furious. If you put a rat in a steel bucket and you put it on a person's stomach and you put fire to the top of the bucket, as that bucket heats up, that rat is going to dig inside of the flesh of that human until it goes through that human and escapes. A rat wants to live at all costs. That's what a real rat is. So a rat ain't got nothing to do with snitching. A rat means I'm gonna do self-preservation at any cost. If I'm broke and I owe the Connect money and I know you got keys in your house, I'm going to run in your house and take your keys and your money. You're my best friend. Happens all the time. So we're not here talking about, because you snitched, that's the lowest thing. It's a lot of low things these motherfuckers do. So maybe somebody didn't snitch, but he ran up in his homeboy's house and stole his shit out of there. So these are bad people trying to have rules and regulations in a bad situation. They all do bad shit. So we're here trying to discuss if one fucking asshole is worse than the other asshole. When at the end of the day, they all assholes. Okay? So me being from this same environment, I know what's going on. I understand what these guys think when they lay down at night, when they wake up in the day. But then, and then it's, at the end of the day, you got to have a Cadillac converter in your brain to filter out the nonsense where you start to understand, okay, I don't want to be that way. And I'm not going to walk around pretending to be that way. Even if it's going to pay me money, I'm not going to walk around acting like this nigga logic is cool. But let me continue. Outsiders like Charleston White and Whack 100 have also added their perspectives into the mix. In summary, they both believe that Young Thug ratted out Pee Wee. However, the latter has cleared him of any wrongdoing. Pee Wee is the guy that Young Thug allegedly, I'm going to use the word allegedly, but we heard the tape, he said it, that Young Thug spoke on to the cops. He was gleefully telling on this guy, saying that this guy do crime every day, literally said this guy do criminal shit every day. But this is the same guy that's defending him online. I'm just going to be honest, gang. We just got to keep it a buck in here. It's no lies detected, right? This is what's happening. But that guy is now online defending this guy tooth and nail. Because he low-key, that's where his bag comes from. So he's got to defend this guy. But let me continue. That's what you're supposed to do when you go into the interrogation room. That's what you do. You tell him, we sold Dwayne Carter weed. What the F is wrong with you? A statement is that right there. He did what a taxpaying citizen should do. A real street nigga. He kept it silent, kept it overly real, really tried to pull me out the hole. Gang, this is contradicting in the same sense. You say he did what a taxpaying citizen should do, and he a real street nigga. The two ain't the same. They not the same. And no, he didn't try to pull you out the hole. He put you in the hole. Okay? Let me just keep it a buck with you guys. I had a guy do this to me. He tried. But he told them that Charlie Brown did it, which I didn't do. He did the shit. But he said Charlie Brown did it. Right? I'm not Charlie Brown, but to them I am. Right? So at the end of the day, these motherfuckers come looking for Charlie Brown. Guess what they looking for? Okay? And this was a real street nigga. This was a nigga that did bids back to back to back. This was a nigga pull out guns. When I first met him, he was in the shootout. So this is some real shit right here. All right? And this was a real street nigga. And guess what he did when he was behind that wall with them suits? He said, Charlie Brown did it. And Charlie Brown didn't do it. That's when I learned the streets was a fucking myth. So I don't condone none of this shit. Right? I don't condone it. So I understand when you are trying to bend and twist the rules and make excuses for something that a dude did when he was trying to protect his own ass, but he tried to give him information, then he might make it like, oh, he didn't give him enough. He didn't really say your name, right? Technically, he didn't say Charles Brown. He said Charlie Brown. So in his mind, he was absolved of all snitching. See how that works? They can bend the rules and flip it and bounce it to make it right on their end. But I don't condone it no matter how it works. All right? That's life. I understand these niggas, gang. This is why I speak the way I speak. I know what it is out here. I know real, I know fake, I know bullshit. And it's all bullshit, all of it. All of them will do what they got to do to protect themselves when they ass is on the line. Every single one of them. I'm just going to be honest. And even the ones that's solid, that won't snitch, I guarantee they did some other fuck shit. So yeah, maybe you was solid, you was 10 toes down, but you did a whole lot of fuck shit while you was out here to a whole lot of people. So I'm just going to be honest. The whole game is all fucked up. You shouldn't play it. Okay? Let me continue. Instead, he accused Gunna, Ralo, and Duke as the real rats. I'm not even getting into all that. You want to know what's going on with all that? It's a million videos out here that's going to break that down. Let me continue. But even though he's tried to protect the UY Scuddy creator, the latter has tried his damnedest to wipe his name clean. In recent hours, he's presented alleged evidence to support his defense against the public. But as of just minutes ago, Young Thug tweeted about encouraging his older brother, Unfunk, to take a plea deal when everyone else was during the trial. Quote, my brother would have rolled the whole trip out, but when them guys took a plea deal, I told my brother to take it too. The nigga had just did 12 years and ain't want to put my mama through that again. Free Unfunk. Unfunk is currently serving another 9 years in prison after violating his probation. He was caught possessing a firearm as a convicted felon back in June. He had took the deal and he got caught up again, allegedly or apparently or what have you. He then talked about YSL Duke also being innocent in his eyes. Duke did nothing wrong on his case, was what he also said. Overall, folks online feel like Thug is picking and choosing who he feels was right and taking a plea deal and who wasn't. Once again, critics are supporting Gunna, free on Fook, but he took the same deal Gunna did, which you called him a rat, make up your mind, one use the claps back. Niggas are trying to philosophize their way out of the snitch allegations when really all this is cope because Gunna is out here running laps around everybody physically and musically, says another. Gang, let me just say this before I get out of here. This shit is all a myth. It's all some bullshit to keep your mind twisted up so these motherfuckers can run amok and do what they want to do, musically or otherwise. They want to be out here and terrorize you, your mama, your aunt, and everybody else, and they want you to shut the fuck up so they won't get in trouble for it. And you're going to sit there and start trying to judge other people by this bullshit street code that don't fucking exist. You're going to be going around, yo, you're a rat, you're a snitch, da-da-da. Well, guess what? Everybody that says that shit, they rats and snitches and fuck niggas and all kind of goofy shit too. So it ain't no code, because I promise you, wherever you want to go on this earth and stand in the middle of that place and say, I'm living by the code, you see what happened to you. You ain't going to make it too long. You're living by this fake-ass code. This shit is literally every man for himself. And if that man got to do something to you to save himself, how long you think he going to be your man? I've seen a lot of dudes go down because they're man. Not talking about snitching, gang. See, a lot of you guys, you live in this fantasy world where snitching is the worst thing you can do on earth. I seen dudes come in the man window while his girl are there, him and his girl laying in the bed, and these are all his friends, gang. It's a real deal world out here that don't stop at snitching, and these guys want to portray it in this music, and they want you to feel like, yo, I'm the realest nigga alive, da-da-da. Don't believe none of that shit. All that shit is a persona, it's a character. All of it. That's why I understand that the music is entertainment, gang. It's all for clicks, views, monetary gain, checks, all this, that, and the third. Because a real one wouldn't even be talking about it on no record. Because you know it's not a good lifestyle. It's nothing to be proud about or brag about. The simple fact of the matter is we can separate the nonsense from the real shit. So what I'm saying is I can make a song about it. Because that's me giving you my perspective. And I know that it's only to entertain you. Most of the time, the guys rapping don't do it no more. But they realize I'm writing movies right now. I'm writing scripts. I'm painting a portrait for you. This is my story. Right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm telling my story. But if you're telling it where you're still going out there to do it after you write the rap, then you're going out there to call a hit on somebody and you're running down on people, you got this whole shit fucked up, gang. This music is entertainment. It's for people who've already surpassed that lifestyle and they want to get it another way. They want to tell their story. They want to get it back in a right way, a legal way. And they also have something to say. Now, some of these guys don't understand it's not supposed to be all this stuff that we lived by on the streets. We're supposed to carry that for the rest of our lives and get in all kind of trouble and talk about who's snitching and who ain't till we all in our 50s, old and gray. These guys don't get that. They want to portray this young man shit. And when you're young, you're dumb and your hubris is up. They want to portray this young man shit all into their late fucking 50s and 60s. That cold shit is out. We need to dead that shit right now. All this, he's snitching, she's snitching, da-da-da. A lot of times, the person who's holding up that mirror, if you turn that mirror around, that person really got a whole lot of problems on their own fucking accord. So what we got to understand is when you see somebody, it goes for preachers and everything else. Somebody that's too high on a high horse trying to tell you that this person's bad, that person's bad. Well, it's usually that person that's fucking bad inside. I'm just going to be honest. And when I say bad, I mean someone who's doing things that they shouldn't be doing. I can't rat on you if you're doing good things, gang. There's nothing to rat about. So if you're going to play in the world of bad guys and you want to live by that code, do your thing. Do not get online and cry about it. It's a bad world. Criminals are by nature, they are to preserve themselves. Ain't no code, gang. Ain't no code. It's all a myth. A criminal very existence is to preserve himself, not you. Okay? So, as we see, the whole thing is unraveling and spiraling, and they're all out here trying to maintain this image that I would never say this, I would never say that. You sure? Because we got it on tape. So I need y'all to understand what's happening. These guys want you to believe that they're this upstanding. How are you upstanding when you're in the crime game? The two don't exist. They just can't. The two cannot coexist. Okay? Once you guys understand, if you're in the criminal empire, you can't have you're not a good person. You're not doing good things and quality work out here. Even if you give out turkeys on Thanksgiving, you're still pumping drugs and you're doing crime. Right? And I'm not saying it's good, bad, or indifferent, but what I'm telling you is this. And some of that stuff, people, you had to do it. I understand that. But let's not be foolish and try to make it like these codes really matter. They don't. They really don't. Every single kingpin got a story of getting snitched on. So let's stop blowing the smoke and making this shit like you're going to bring this shit into hip-hop. Hip-hop is entertainment. It's rap. We should have never had this shit in the first fucking place. But now here we are where we got to start to figure out he's a snitch. He's not. What does it fucking matter at this point? All of them snitching and lying. All of them. So I'm going to leave it at that, man. I don't know what I missed, but I don't care because I don't want to talk about everything that these niggas said and didn't do. But let me just say this. Thug crossed his own code. At this point, he's going to have to eat it. He's going to go the next couple years trying to defend it and da-da-da and spinning and flipping and bouncing, but he crossed his own code. He broke his own rules, and it is what it is. At this point, it's up to y'all to decide what he got. What he got coming. I'm going to leave it at that. CLBMG, man. I'm out. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Every Wednesday night, we go live on the What Show. And we're going to talk about this. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah.